even if you tell me no cookies, I always sneak it when you don't know anyway.
What?
Just kidding.
What? Do they fit in your macros?
Do they fit in my macros?
Do they fit in your macros?
Yeah.
Oh.
Totally.
What I did was Christmas party. Help!
Christmas! Christmas!
I'm dating! Hand it out!
We're back from YoungLife, which is where Kieran does gigs bi-weekly, right?
Yeah. Young.
And I thought that we could go through some of your guys' questions because the last few weeks, a few of you guys have messaged me or posted on my YouTube channel and asked me pretty specific questions that are more directed towards Kieran and myself and not just me by myself.
So we decided to call this segment Wine Online.
You just made that up just now. But that's a good one, honey.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so the first one, somebody asked, how do you know when it's the one? Referring to us getting married.
Well, it's the one.
Oh, sorry, I just wrote it wrong. These all came in like through Instagram messages and YouTube and all that jazz. So I wrote them down on my phone so that we would remember. But this person was asking, how did we know when we were the one?
I would say there's kind of this like inexplainable feeling that you both have, and it's just when you just know. It's as cheesy as that sounds, but when you know that you know.
I know.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of challenges. It wasn't like our relationship. I know on social media it probably looks as if our relationship has flown by perfectly. We believe perfect for each other, but we've had our challenges. One of the greatest ones being that I'm American and he's Canadian, and it's a lot to go through for somebody that you love, but you're worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? What would you say to that?
I would say yes to that. And I would say that from a relationship standpoint, I think you really have to um, if you have doubts or something like that, take a good look at exactly why you're in a relationship. And is it because you really love the person, or is it because of something else?
Something else, like like you're lonely.
Yeah, like you're lonely, or like you've compromised yourself into a relationship, or somehow become dependent on something.
What was the hardest part of moving to Canada from the U.S. and hardest part of being married? So I would say this goes kind of both ways though. So like you would have the hardest part. I don't know. What would you say the hardest part was, or do you want me to answer that first?
Is the bureaucracy of it all, having to wait for visas and paperwork and different levels of government, and just waiting between all of them.
I thought you were just gonna take a sip of wine right in the middle of your answer.
Squeezing my head.
Yeah, I would say that is the hardest part, but also, for me, I've just always been used to my whole entire life being very busy. I'm a social butterfly. I like to hang out with my friends. I loved school so much. I liked putting all of my extra time into school and a job or hanging out with friends. And then coming here, I am not allowed to work until I get a work permit. So it's very different for me to not really have anything to go to every day, or like a job or school or anything, because I graduated in May and now I'm just chilling. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Oh, hardest part about being married. The hardest part.
Scheduling.
Scheduling. Oh, because of this. Well, the last few months. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah. So, I have a problem saying no to things. So,
what did you explain it as yesterday? Too much
too much marmalade spread over too much ham. Spread so thin, you just get a little hint of flavor.
Or I think you said not enough marmalade spread over too much ham.
Not enough. That makes more sense.
He doesn't like to say no to people. He's very kind and generous with his time. And even though then that means that I'm kind of over here like, hey, I've been home all day. Would you recommend applying to USC as a transfer? I guess this one is for me. I would recommend this if you want to save money. It's so much cheaper. You save on 1 to 2 years of tuition. So I transferred to USC in 1 year. A lot of people don't know that you can do that, but you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're asking would I recommend it, like if it's easier to get in that way, I actually don't think it is easier to get in by transferring, because there is a very limited number of spots because a lot of people want to transfer.
But definitely always know your deadlines, and if and when you do get into university or college, do not forget any deadlines that your professor sets, because there are some professors out there that don't care what your excuses are. Yeah.
Usually, unless you have somebody that's really nice.
Yeah, like a cool professor.
Cool professor.
Sick prof. Prof, take my stuff.
Okay, why did you get married so young?
I think that goes back to the first question. Because when you know, and you both know what you want and what you're looking for, and you found it, why not?
Yeah, it's like, why not get married?
Seal the deal.
Yeah.
If anything...
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, if anything, I would say being as satisfied with each other as we are, not getting married would be like saying, oh no, there's somebody else out there possibly.
Yeah, exactly.